Today we are going to discuss about Proc SQL. SQL is elaborated as structured query language. In this, we write queries. It has specific syntax of structure. So we have to follow the same flow of syntaxes. Means same flow of what do we say? Suppose in our data steps, you can see here you can see we write conditions like and where. Okay, here it may work at any place. Suppose we write here if statement here and where statement next to it and all other statements we may write at any place, but in Proc SQL there is a sequence of uh, statements. We have to follow the same sequence, else we it will not work. We will get error. Okay, so actually SQL is a separate database language. We adapt the part of SQL into our SAS by using the Proc SQL. We use SQL by using Proc SQL in SAS. So we use only a part of SQL, not entire SQL in SAS. Okay. So now we will learn by comparing both data steps and SQL how we run in data steps and same output how we get in SQL. Okay. And few of may don't work in SQL that work as in data steps. Okay. Before going to the comparison, so first there are basic concepts. So data set data set in SQL we call as table, and variables variables we call as columns, and observations we call as rows. Okay. So to start SQL, first you use as usual same procedures like Proc SQL, and to create a data set. Okay. To create a data set, first we have to write a statement called create. So as we said, data set is called as table. Okay. Create table THK. This is the data set name we are going to give. So after this, we have to give as. In our data steps, after every statement we give semicolon, right? So here in Proc SQL we don't give semicolons at every statement. We will give once at the end, at the last statement only, at most of the times. Okay. Next, we have the select statement. So select statement works as a keep statement. So in our data steps, we'll write the keep statement, right? What are the required variables we want to get in data steps? So like that, here the select statement works. So here we can give, if we required all variables, we can give star. Okay, select star, and next we will give from statement. So from statement works as set statement in our data step. Okay,
Sir, every statement are selected as star mentioned for every data Proc SQL.
yeah. For every statement we it is required. It
It's
is
required for the select in the stars.
uh, it is a must statement. We have to give
Proc
it
SQL
statement
line.
in proc SQL.
Okay, okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, from statement works as a set option in the data steps. So here we are ending the all statements. So here I am giving the semicolon. So in our data steps we end the code with run statement, right? Here, so here we will end the state. Here we will end the code with quit statement. Quit. Okay. Here, as I given the as means all this data, all these requirements we are given here, all these are going to apply for this data set. So we given as here. So you can see. So let's see the log. Here you can see table work.chk created with 19 rows, 5 columns. 19 rows means 19 observations, 5 columns means 5 variables. Okay, you can see 19 rows and 5 columns. So let's open this data set. So you can see there is a no change of output in the data steps and SQL. The same output we will get. So in our data step to create a variable, how will we give data THK give DM at dot class. So here I'm creating a variable A. In this variable A, I'm giving the value 10. Okay. I'm running this. You can see here the data set created with DM. You can see in the A variable, we have the value 10. Okay. So in the A variable, we have the value 10. So same if we want to write this in our SQL. So as here we given the new variable name as the first type. So here in SQL, we have to give the at the last. So for this we have to give in the select statement only. So after the star, I'm giving the comma, and I'm giving the value 10. So after 10, I'm giving the as a means this value was going to print in this variable. Okay, you can see here the a variable, the value 10 was printed here. Okay, so like this. Next, yeah. we want to use the attributes to change the attributes like rename. Okay. How do we do in the data steps? We will do like rename text equal to gender, right? You can see the sex variable was renamed to gender. So here to do like that, we have the two ways. Like so first we have to give the all variable names, name, comma, text as gender, comma, age, height, weight. So here I am declaring the all variable names. Suppose if you want to remove the weight variable, so simply we can remove here. You can move this log to SQL data set. You can see here the variable text was renamed to gender. Okay. So to rename actually we have to declare all the names or else we can do by giving star and star comma text as gender. So here what happens is all the text variables are copied to gender. So we have the two variables, both sex and gender. You can see we have both variables, both sex and gender. So it works like gender equal to sex. So here it works in data steps. I try to tell in data step. Here I given the gender equal to sex, right? So in the DM dataset, you can see. So I have we all renamed here. So I'm removing the rename statement. So you can see all the sex values are copied to gender here. So here we given the new variable name here equal to sex means all the sex values are copied to gender. So here you can see we given the new variable name left side and the values right side. Here we have to give the values at first and at the right side we have to give the new variable name. Okay. So like this we can do in SQL and if you want to apply the form in data steps how we apply the form. Suppose so here you can see date is the new variable in this date in this date variable I am giving the today function means you will get the today date as a numeric value. You can see here we got the numeric value, right? So we have to apply the format to this variable. So how can we apply format date space we have to give the format name, right? So let's give dd YY 10 dot format. Let's see. Can see we got the date. We can see the date here. We have applied the format to this date variable. Okay. So can anyone tell me how can I give this function in SQL? How can I use this today function in SQL?
Date equal date as today.
Yeah, we can give today, open bracket, close bracket, as date. We'll open the CHK data. You can see here the date variable created here. So we have to apply the format to this date variable.
Format.
Yeah, simply after this can give the format dd YY 10 dot. Okay.
By 10 dot.
Yeah. Now the format applied to this date variable. You can see here the format applied.
Yeah.
And next, if we want to give the length to this same the way to the same variable, so simply we can give and here as give as 8. Suppose we will create a new variable here. If it's eight. Now what happens here? I given the today as a. What is happening here?
Value of A is today.
Hmm?
Value of A is today.
So in the variable a, the today value will print. Okay.
Yes.
So you can see here in the variable a, the value was today. Okay. So if I want to increase the length to this a variable, you can see what is the length of this a variable. So it was 5, right? So if I want to increase this variable length to 8, so simply we can give. Yeah. So how will we give the length to a numeric variable in the data step? Length name dollar
Yeah.
8 dot, right? This is how we give the length in the data steps, right? So here we should not give the dollar symbol. So if we give the dollar 8 dot, so you can see. So first I will run in the data step. So you can see there was no error in the data steps. So let's open the DM data set and open the name. You can see the length 8 was applied here. Okay. So here when we run this, you can see here we got an error. expecting one of the following an integer constant means while applying the length for all numeric variables and character variables for any we should not give the dollar symbol. Okay, we just give the length statement and we have to assign the length here. So it will automatically apply the length to the variable a here. So let's open the so no need to give also the dot 8 dot. Previously in the data step we are giving the 8 dot, right? So here dot also not required. So if we are giving dot also we are getting error. You can see here whenever we are giving the dot we are getting error. So we should not give the dot also while applying the length in the SQL. So let's open the data set chk and the a variable we apply length to a variable, right? So you can see the variable length 8 was set to the this variable. For this variable 8 was length set. Next, so suppose here I'm giving date like 12 Jan 2024. If I want to apply the information also, so let's so I think we have to use the only date literal and we can apply the format to here. So like this we can see we applied the format to this variable. So like this we can do the apply the format in format, or we want to do any, suppose we want to use any functions we can use in the select statement. Suppose if I want to pick the first two letters from the name variable as a initial, how can we do in the data steps? Which function can we use? I want to get the first two letters from the variable name a variable the variable name.
Sir, please repeat.
So the tassel in this we have the variable name, right? In this I want to extract the first two letters. Which function can we
Okay.
use in data steps?
We can use subsquare and scan function both.
Scan function.
How can
Subsquare
Scan.
we how can we extract the two letters by using scan?
Two letter for two letters we use the substring function.
Subsquare, right?
Delimiter, there's subsquare will be used. If delimiter was there, then we can use scan. We
And
use
OBS.
Here I want to extract two letters.
OBS.
OBS function.
OBS. only software of name 1 comma 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Sorry.
Substitute of name comma 1 comma to right.
Yes.
You can see the first two letters of extracted from the variable name. The same if we want to use in the profit scale. So simply we can give first we have to give the value level here. Then we have to give the new variable name as INA. So I'm giving the variable name as INA. So you can see this block in the variable INI. All these are all first two letters are extracted the INI variable. Like this, we can use the all functions like this in the select statement only. Okay. And next, if then functions. So usually in data step, we can subset the observations by using both if and where, right? But here we can do subset only using the where statement. We cannot subset by using if statement. If statement will not work. It will be so you can see for the sex value we got the male in the gender variable. For F we got the female. So same is we can use in Proc SQL without using the if statement by using the statement called case when. So this also we have to use in the select statement only. First and here after the star I am giving the comma here. You can write case when x is equal to yes. Then so here you can see we are giving the variable name here. So here we should not give the variable name directly. We have to give them value email. So next, so for the other statement, the case is not required. We can directly give the when statement when x equal to m, then male. Okay. So here we are whenever we are using the case when statement, so we must use the else statement. So here the else statement is optional. Okay, if we remove this, it do not shows any warnings or errors or notes in the log window. We will get the same output without giving the else statement also. You can see the same output we have got here. But here, if we miss the else statement, we will get the warning in the log. Okay, so we must else is the master statement here. So after this, we have to give the end statement also. End. So after the end, we have to give as, and we have to give the new variable name. What is the new variable name? Here we are giving the gender. Case when sex equal to F, then female. When sex equal to M, then male. Else missing. And as gender. Okay. No issues in the log. Let's open this data set. CHK. You can see in the CHK data set we got the male for M and female for F. Okay. So if I remove this else statement, you can see in the log window, we got a note here. Okay, you can see a case expression has no else class, costs not accounted for by the when class will result in a missing value for the cost expression. Okay, here we are getting this note. So it is telling that other than these values, so the output will be representing as missing. So for that it is showing as a note. So this if we do not want this note, so we must give the else statement. Okay, here the end statement also must. So if we remove this end statement, we also get error in the log. So okay, so new variable name we have to give the at the last after the end statement, end as gender. So like this we are using the if then statement in Proc SQL. We have to use the case sensitive. Okay, so here for subsetting data, because here I'm doing the where statement where it's equal to of here. It is here we will run this data set. So you can see it was subsetted in the SASL bar class dataset. We have 10 observations for females. So now let's run this proc SQL. So you can see we got a syntax error because here the where statement position should not be this. So we have to give the where statement after the from statement. But here in the data set you can see no issues here. Even if I given the where statement at the last, so we will get the same output. We get the same 10 observations here. So you can see here no changes. Even I am giving the where statement here and here also no issues. But in Proc here, so previously I given the where statement after this after the seller statement. So it was not working. So it was worked only when I given the where statement after the from statement. I will run this. So you can see no issues here. Means we have to follow the same order for the statements in SQL. That's why it was named as structured query language. So it was structured and we have to follow the same structure even if uh, even if we have the multiple statements also we have to follow the same structure order. Other else get the error. It will not work. Where statement work same like in our data step. You can see here. Let's open this data set CHK. We got the mails. Okay. So here let's apply the condition of the new variable is gender.